Welcome to the Inside Track on Real Estate with the Dekker Team. I am Yetta Dekker, and today my typical sidekick, Ken Dekker, is not here, nor is Candace St. Louis, Candace Dekker St. Louis, or Ryan Dekker, or even one of our typical team members. Today, instead, I have my other sidekick, and that is Jessica. Welcome, Jessica.
Thanks for having me, Yetta.
Well, I'm thrilled you're here to join us today.
I am really excited.
So, because I'm sure they're thinking, if you're not any one of those typical sidekicks, what kind of sidekick are you?
Well, I am a sidekick at the Keller Williams Solid Rock office that Ken and Yetta own.
Right.
Right, and I am actually the Chief Financial Officer at Keller Williams Solid Rock.
So I'm thrilled that you're here to join us.
Me too.
So you can see why I call her my sidekick. She keeps us out of trouble, and she keeps us on task and organized, which is pretty amazing. And so what we thought we would do today is give you an inside glimpse of something that is probably the second most commonly talked about thing in real estate. Well, as I'm a realtor, when I'm out and about, as you all know, my most commonly asked question is, how's the market? And you've all asked me that, whether you're one of our current clients or whether you're somebody I bump into at a social function or a community event, or even the questions that are emailed into us. I was going to say mailed, but I think those days are almost gone. It's pretty much always email, or if you're phoning us to ask us a question. So that's our most common question. And then usually where the second piece goes is, somebody has told me that I'd be good at real estate, or I often hear that I would be good at real estate. What would it take? And so that's kind of the second aspect that I often get to chat about. So we thought we would give you an opportunity to come inside our real estate office, hear a little bit about that, and we felt Jessica was going to be the best person possible to give you an accurate understanding of what it takes to have a career in real estate.
Absolutely.
And also an understanding of what our company's all about.
Yes.
Because as Chief Financial Officer, she not only gets to handle the books and keep us on task, she actually has an amazing role of encouraging, supporting, and really bringing the realtors along in their careers.
Absolutely.
And she's so good at it. So come into the office anytime, actually. Our office is located at 1 Antares Drive, Suite 110, and we're open 7 days a week, and we are there. Some of us are there anyway, and Jessica's there pretty much all day, every day, except Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, and you might pop into the office and see me there once in a while.
Yeah, you will. And so you're welcome to pop in and see a real estate office functioning and thriving. And so, Jessica, how did you get here? How did you become? Because, I'm sure you're all thinking she looks like a kid. And that's because she is a kid. She's the same age as my kid. And so we call her our office kid, actually. And so Chief Financial Officer is a pretty ambitious role for somebody your age. And I'm sure you guys are all wondering about that, actually. And so we're going to let Jessica tell us her story and how that might impact your potential career down the road, or even your story in general.
Absolutely. So my career in real estate actually started nowhere I thought it was going to start. I moved to Ottawa about 10 years ago. I'm not originally from here. And I was going to university. And I was looking for a part-time job. So I was searching on the internet, and a part-time evening position was available to answer the phones. It was a part-time evening receptionist. I went in for an interview, and I got the job. I was really excited. I was finishing my university degree. I had started in business and transitioned into science, Bachelor of Science. I wanted to be a dentist, so a real estate office was totally not where I should have been. I probably should have been a dental office. However, I had a great position, and I was really excited to get working. All of a sudden, I jumped into this real estate business, and I thought, wow, there's so much to learn. So it wasn't just about answering the phones, because I don't know if you can tell, I'm a real people person. I love to talk to people. So the fact that I got to answer phones and get paid for it just blew my mind, really. It was awesome. I thought, okay, well, answering the phones, booking appointments, those are the things that I get to do. Great. And then I realized there is so much more than just answering the phones here. I really noticed that interacting with the agents my favorite part. Seeing the people come into the office, their first real estate transactions for some of them, getting their first listings, the agents getting their first sales, seeing families upgrade their homes. It was just amazing. And it was all unfolding right in front of my very eyes. I had no idea that this was I was going to be seeing all these things. I realized quite quickly that there was more opportunity in Keller Williams Solid Rock and in real estate than I had ever imagined. I ended up actually finishing my degree, and I had applied to a couple dental schools, and unfortunately, I unsuccessfully, or fortunately now, I did not get in. I tried for a couple years, and I realized that Keller Williams Solid Rock was actually where I was supposed to be. This was where I wanted to be. So I had started in a career path of going to university, taking a part-time job on, not thinking that this could actually be my career, a career in real estate. And the positions that I went through, so I was the evening part-time and I was on the weekends, the person who would answer the phones. I had great relationships with many of the agents, and I was fortunate enough to become a couple agents' assistants. I learned so much during this time. From how to actually take a real estate transaction from start to finish, and really keeping in touch with the people who are in our sphere. I went from being an agent's assistant part-time to being a full-time assistant for actually Ken, which was amazing. Then after that, I was the director of technology, a position currently which I still have, and then it was the chief financial officer.
Well, and I think what Jessica's not saying is those positions that she had, especially the technology position, was something she created. It actually didn't even exist within the structure of Keller Williams up until that point.
The cool thing about Keller Williams is they're on the cutting edge of technology. And the way I like to actually explain it is that Keller Williams is in a dark, technology sometimes gets really dark, and Keller Williams is at the very front of it with a headlamp on, shining the light and actually directing us where we're going to be going for real estate technology. It's unbelievable.
It is pretty cool. And so, Jessica, what does that mean to the person listening right now?
What does that mean to the person listening? Well, the very first thing I would say is, where is your next opportunity? Never in a million years, in all honesty, never in a million years. Now I've been with Keller Williams Solid Rock for 9 years. Never, when I first took that, the very first day I walked in, I never thought that this was going to be my real estate career. So it was actually, now that I look back on it and I continue to live my life like this, everything you're doing is in preparation for your next opportunity. That's really what I would say. What are you preparing for? Where is your life going to take you? The preparation is absolutely everything, and it's the daily things you do constantly.
Right, and so a lot of the learning that Jessica did was facilitated within the office. We actually were in 2014, Keller Williams International was named the second most influential and significant training company in the world. And now in 2015, coming into 2015 for 2014, so 2013 and 2014, we have now been named the first training company.
Yes, and not just in real estate.
No, not in real estate, across all platforms.
Absolutely.
Which is amazing. And so the technology and the training is there, and yet what Jessica did is on her own time, she sought out both things from YouTube, she sought out other people that could teach her things, she sought mentors, and she went into the Keller Williams training and coaching that is available there to learn from within.
Absolutely.
And from without. So that was an amazing thing that we watched, which is why she's created these opportunities for herself. And so we just really encourage anybody that's listening, you never know where it's going to come from.
No.
Which is why Jessica's so inspirational to us. And so where you currently are, maybe there's opportunity to take on additional learning where you're taking the initiative and it's not necessarily so much provided, and yet it's there for you, right?
Absolutely.
And if it's not in your current position, maybe, just maybe, it could be a career in real estate.
Absolutely.
So what would you say about that, Jessica?
I would say if the training was provided and the money was right, would you think about a career in real estate?
And if you would, then what would you do?
Well, the very first thing I would do is call the office, 613-733-5700, 888-888-3434 and book a time. It's every fourth Thursday of the month. We have a career night at our Aunt Harry's office. Yetta gave you the address, 1 Aunt Harry's, from 6 until 7. You're going to want to give the office a call and book yourself in for career night.
And career night, what is career night going to tell me?
It's going to tell you what a career in real estate would look like, what it's going to take, what it's going to cost, the time that you're going to have to put in, and the benefits of having a career in real estate, really.
Okay. And the neat thing I've watched, because Chris, our office manager, and we actually call our office manager in our organization a team leader, and that's because he really does lead the team of well over 100 realtors within the office. His focus is to encourage people to have a great, successful business.
Yes.
Right? That's really what he's there for. And so what he does on that career night is he will lay out for you all the nitty-gritties, really, of a career in real estate. Yeah, that's kind of what he does.
Yeah.
And then it will help you decide if maybe this is something. Because as we open the show with, almost everybody, well, that I know, almost, I wouldn't say everybody, a lot of people will say to me that they've thought about it or somebody's told them they should do it. So this is a way of, with no pressure, right?
No,
there's
no pressure at all. It's a learning.
Just, there's usually 5 to 15 people in the career night, so it's a nice small group environment. And what happens is different participants will ask questions, which allows you to learn something that maybe you didn't ask the question for, and yet you still really wanted the answer. Or you can ask the question and get the answer to your specific question, and then others will ask something, and it'll allow just a great collaboration.
Yes.
And a growth on what you're thinking about. So in addition to that, in career night, what else might they get there, Jessica?
Well, they get the office atmosphere. That's my biggest thing. So people always say, what do you like about your office? Like, what do you like about working for Keller Williams Solid Rock? And I say the culture, the office atmosphere. The second anyone walks into our office, and we hear this often, they feel this overwhelming, welcoming feeling. Like I belong here. And that's really, it's a key factor in when you're choosing any career. That's probably my favorite thing I like to hear, and that's really why everyone likes to come to the office.
Which is great. If you're listening right now and you're already a realtor, what might we be sharing with somebody that's already living, I'm going to say the dream, because to me it's been a dream. As I think most of our listeners, and especially our clients already know, those that are listening now and watching, I've been in real estate 26 years and have loved almost every minute of it. There's been a few minutes that weren't so joyous. The vast majority have been amazing and continue to be in a growth-orientated atmosphere, both around Keller Williams and around all of my colleagues that I associate with, both within the industry and outside of the industry. And so if you're listening now and you are already a realtor, what might you ask them, Jessica?
I like to ask everyone this question. Have you reached your full potential as a real estate agent? Normally when I ask that question, it gets a little funky. They start to really question, have I reached my full potential? And if you haven't, or even if you're exploring other options, the thing I would say to you is you don't owe anything to your current company, and you definitely don't owe anything to me or Keller Williams Solid Rock. You owe it to yourself. Real estate is a fabulous, fabulous career. And really, real estate is, you should be in real estate because you want to fund the perfect life. So sometimes the perfect life isn't about $1 million. It's about actually having a family balance. It's about having a work balance. And you really owe nothing to anyone except yourself to come and explore the other options.
Very cool.
Yeah.
There is a great resource that we have at Keller Williams. In fact, it's the most sold real estate book in history.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is. And the name of that book is The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. So the reason you heard Jessica say, even if it's not about making $1 million, is because the book is called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And yet it isn't really focused on that. It was just a title that sold books. And it's done a great job. And in fact, it has become the platform for training companies in real estate outside of Keller Williams in a significant way. And yet it was a real estate book written by the owner of Keller Williams International. And so that book is an amazing resource. They are available for sale at the workshop, at the Career and Real Estate Workshop, and it gives an amazing infrastructure of the different ways to build a business. In real estate, I think the interesting thing for a lot of people is they don't recognize that as a realtor, you are in business. You're in business in your own company, in a small company within the context of a brokerage, which is what Keller Williams Solid Rock Realty is. Yeah. So that's basically how the Dekker Team functions. We are a real estate team of sales professionals, and we work under the umbrella or within the context of Keller Williams Solid Rock Realty.
Yeah.
So if you're just joining us now on the Inside Track on Real Estate with the Dekker Team, I am here today with Jessica, and she is our CFO, our Chief Financial Officer at Keller Williams Solid Rock Realty, and we're just chatting about the second most commonly discussed real estate question, which is around, would I be good at real estate? Is that something for me? Is somebody's told me I'd be good at it, so would I be? And so we're talking about some of those things, and we're going to explore a little bit more in the second half now about what does it actually take and what does the culture at Keller Williams Solid Rock Realty specifically look like. So if you want to handle a bit more of the overview and the preparation that maybe Jessica went through, then you want to go back to the second half and watch or listen. And you can watch our shows at dekkerteam.com or at chri.ca, and you can also listen at both of those places. And on YouTube, there is all kinds of shows as well. We have recorded now about 150 inside tracks on real estate, so pretty much any topic. We're attempting to be very diverse. As long as it's connected with real estate, we want to teach you about it, because we have had the opportunity over my 26-year career and our combined well over 50 years of real estate in the team at Dekker Team of real estate expertise. And so we want to bring you that knowledge and allow you to get the inside scoop on real estate as we see it. So the inside track on real estate. So this has been an inside track on a career in real estate.
Absolutely.
So Jessica, if I was starting my career in real estate, what are some of those first things that I would be doing?
Well, the very first thing, okay, I'm a technology person, so the very first thing that I would be doing is, and whether you're a technology person or not, you should be building your database.
I call it a database.
I was going to say that, and I didn't know.
The reason I'm looking at Jessica is, I think the common language within the industry and across industries is a database, and yet really it's a data bank. Because if you take great care of your clients and you stay connected with them, it really is a bank account.
Absolutely.
Right? And you do it because you want to connect with people. I want my clients not to come back to me for my sake. I want them to come back to me because of the experience that they had.
Absolutely.
And that's really the point. And yet if you have no organized way of staying in touch with people, then even if you intend to, sometimes the best intentions don't actually happen.
Absolutely.
I mean, even think of my own mom. Sometimes I think I should call her. And 3 weeks later, I think, oh yeah, I should call her. And sometimes I do it quite frequently, and other times it seems that my intentions aren't followed up on. So that's the challenge within real estate.
Absolutely.
Probably the biggest challenge, because our heart when we work with somebody, and I think most realtors would echo this, is we love the experience. We have a great time with almost all our clients. And the nice thing is that certainly at this point in our career, if we're not enjoying somebody and somebody's not enjoying us, we don't have to stay in relationship.
No.
Right? And so we're pretty much always in relationship with people that we like and that like us, which means we take great care of them. And it also means we want to take great care of the people that they know. And so that's what Jessica's talking about in terms of having a system of being able to connect with people.
Absolutely.
Called whatever. And so that's a part of it, the technology piece. So what would you say is next for somebody beginning a career? We're already in a career.
Or already,
maybe,
yeah.
Because here's an interesting piece, and so I'm going off on one of my piggy trails, because you all know, if you've watched very many shows, we go on piggy trails here because of the wealth formula and our focus on wealth. And when we talk about wealth, we're not talking just about monetary wealth. We're talking about family wealth. We're talking about relational wealth. We're talking about knowledge wealth.
Absolutely.
Attitude wealth, all of those things. And so we go on piggy trails, not bunny trails, here on the show. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you, Jessica? So in terms of the second thing, what would somebody focus on?
The second thing I would focus on, in all honesty, is surrounding yourself with people who are in real estate, doing real estate. You are not going to learn anything kind of secluded off in your own little home office. So I have tons of stories where agents say, I got my real estate license, and the moment that I walked into the office, I started to learn about real estate. So learning about real estate is everything from how to actually do a real estate transaction to what to say. And I think that's really important about what's the dialogue that actually has to happen so that I can get clients and I can help them make the best decisions when buying or selling or investing in real estate.
Right, because if we don't know our part, we can't really help you make a great decision. If we don't know any more than you do as a home buyer or home seller, we're kind of stuck. So it certainly works well to immerse yourself, because there are 3 real estate courses. There's courses that you have to take to become a realtor, which you would learn about at career night. And yet those 3 courses, I've often been heard to say, they give you just enough information to make you dangerous. Because they teach you the legalities, they teach you the process, and yet it doesn't teach you how to run a business, because it is a business, and it doesn't necessarily teach very much about how to relate to people, because we have our ways that we've been doing it for years, and maybe that works, and maybe that doesn't allow somebody to make a great decision. So it's a simple little example, maybe going into a house, maybe I love the house, so I'm talking all about it, and I'm all excited, and I'm pumped about this particular property. And meanwhile, I'm not there for me, I'm actually there for my client. And maybe even instead of projecting my perspective, maybe it's just to watch them in the house. Not even to say it's for them or not for them, not even make it focused at that point yet. Let them experience the house, and then based on how they experience the house, I get to respond. And that's actually what one of my clients just said the other day. She's worked with many, many realtors over the years. Now she's with me for life, she says, so that's pretty exciting. Anyway, what she said was it's the first time that she felt someone let her experience first what she needed to experience, and then ask the questions to draw out whether this really was a good property for her or not. And that would be a simple thing, part of the training and learning that you get from being in an office environment that you can't get in isolation.
Absolutely.
Just a simple little example, right?
Yeah, and the coolest thing about Keller Williams Solid Rock is that everyone is so willing to give. We have a new agent who comes into the office, and they'll walk by a top producing agent who sells maybe over 100 homes in a year. Yeah. And the agent will stop, talk to them. Is there anything I can help you with? You know, the giving culture is, it doesn't blow my mind anymore because I see it all the time. So I'm not as shocked. When the new agents come in, or someone who's transferred over, they say, I just can't get over how amazing the culture is here, how everyone is just willing to help. It's not especially people who have transferred, they say, I always felt like I was in real estate and it was a dog eat dog. And when I come to this office, I'm literally blown away by how much everyone is willing to give, because the more they give, the better they get. You master something by teaching it. So it's great with the fact that these agents who have been in the business a while say, wow, I'm learning so much from other people, and it's not a dog eat dog. The more I succeed, the more they succeed. There's enough real estate business to go around for everyone.
That wants to do the work.
Absolutely.
And that wants to take care of the clients.
Yes.
That's really the bottom line. So Jessica, what is the mission? You've kind of alluded to it a little bit. What would be the mission, vision, values, and sort of beliefs at Keller Williams Solid Rock?
So really the mission at Keller Williams Solid Rock is to make the agents and make you as a real estate owner, the most successful person that you could be. The reason that you really stay at Keller Williams is because of the actual success, the financial success, and the support that you receive, and really the fun that we get to have at the office. That's the main reason.
People
really.
stay.
Yeah.
And it's really about not just success in your professional lives.
No.
It really is about success in your financial as well as your personal lives, because it really is God family business. And that's right from the top down in Keller Williams. That's the value statement that they really state.
Yes.
And when you live that out, everything else falls into place.
Absolutely.
It's rather cool.
It's
and
amazing.
It really is about progress, not perfection, because I don't know anybody that's perfect. And so we work really hard at getting better.
Yeah, we say that's the norm at Keller Williams Solid Rock Realty. It's about progress, not perfection.
Exactly. So, Jessica, it's been great to chat with you today.
Thanks so much, Yetta.
Thank you. And what I want to do right now is introduce our listeners and our viewers to a great property that may just be near perfection for you. It is a bungalow. It is located in Manotick. It is bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside. You ever been to one of those properties that's sprawling on the inside, but you can't tell from the outside? This is it. So it's located in Manotick Estates, which is a very prestigious, awesome neighborhood. The property is only, and I say only because for Manotick, this is not, for Manotick Estates, this is an amazing value, is $587,500. And it is a 3-bedroom. It has a double car garage, 3 designer beautiful bathrooms that have been renovated in the past 2 years or so. And also the septic has been replaced there. That is something that's had to be done on a lot of the homes in Manotick Estates. So often a question is asked, but that's already been handled, so you don't have to think about that. A beautiful kitchen that was installed in 2014, bright and light and airy. And it still has a formal dining room, which we're not seeing that often anymore. And so a formal dining room is something, and a large one, not an 8x8, actually a very spacious dining room, so it has that as well. The bedrooms are all well laid out in good sizes with a walk-through closet from the master into a very nice ensuite. And then downstairs, if you have grandkids that come to visit, or you have teenage retreat, or even if you have a large family, in fact, this bungalow would work because there's 3 more bedrooms down there.
So it probably is a lot bigger.
It is a lot bigger than it looks from the street. So you owe it to yourself to call the Dekker team and have us show you that property so that you can decide maybe if it's for you. And if it's not that one and you're looking for something else, do give us a call. So thanks for joining us on the Inside Track. And how you reach us is 613-860-4663, 613-860-HOME, or info@DekkerTeam.com. Thanks for joining us today, and we will see you next time on the Inside Track on Real Estate with the Dekker Team. Thank you.